What up, homies? This is Nathan Edwards, your host of Ego Energy Getting Organized. Today I will be talking about the day I woke up. Please stay to the end. Tell me what you guys like and what you don't like. This story is very important to me because it's kind of the day that I became aware that, you know, I'm in it for myself. Every action I choose has a reaction from the universe. Nobody's really coming to save you except yourself. And, all that blah, blah, blah. But let's get started. First, let's discuss what it means to be awake. You know, those people that say we are woke, or, you know, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes and all that fishy business. I don't really follow all that stuff. It's kind of more of my awareness to my thoughts, being aware of my surroundings, other people's energy, just kind of opening your eyes to knowing what else is out there. It's not just you in a bubble. And I guess my story kind of begins like this. I made it to grade 9. And it was a good experience. I was doing my thing. We had this experience where all the grade 9 or the grade 8s that were going to grade 9 would go to the high school and kind of mingle and meet each other. And honestly, I felt like the man. I felt like I was doing good stuff, and it was a blessing. um, I know I didn't really have a bad vibe from anybody. I was really feeling confident with who I am, and blase blah. It just felt like I was gonna be in a good situation. And you know what? For the most part, it was. I wasn't an ugly guy. All the other people were pretty chill. I think we had a really good year. Like, I'm a 91 baby, and everybody going into that year was just very well. Even if you wanted to fight, it was like well organized. They're like, I'll meet you at dawn. Yes, yes. Bring your gun. Yes. Joking, but like it was real cordial on when people wanted to fight. But to continue, I had a good upper hand because I had a cousin and she was grade 12. And this is like after when school started and everything. And she kind of knew everybody in the school. And me being her cousin, I was kind of introduced to everybody. And it was um, like a leg up. I had everybody having my back. It was easy going. People were like, oh, you're Breezy's cousin. I'm like, yo, yeah, yeah. And she told everyone, she's like, watch out for him, cover her back. So thank you, Cuzzo. I love you. I love you a lot. You really helped me a lot in those situations. And you go on and you just, when you have so much fun, you're not you're in La La Land almost. It's not real. It was a fantasy world. And I felt untouchable. Nobody could say anything. I would say a joke and people would laugh. If somebody tried to make fun of me, I kind of go along with it and swing it around and we're both laughing together, or just whatever. Just really in a La La Land. And we had this time, there was like every time at lunch, instead of eating at the cafeteria, if you had some money, you go down the street, and we had like Mary Brown's on the corner. We had Dairy Queen. We didn't have a McDonald's yet, but there was all these little shops you can buy food from. And at this time, I happened to be at the Dairy Queen, and I had real cool friends. So, they bought me some stuff. I was doing my thing, and they had my back. And I got like a blizzard. And for whatever reason, I'm just happy, Nathan. La La Land, la 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 la. Like, imagine SpongeBob just like blowing bubbles, going like doing his silly crap. And we would go outside. I would proceed to go outside with my friend, and we just started playing with each other. And I'm like, no, you can't have my milkshake. You can't have that. Da, 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 da. And I'm running around, and then I see a car, and like the sunroof is open up, just some random car. I don't even care because I'm in La La Land. You have to understand, I am untouchable. And I proceed to run around the car. And I'm like, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it in the car. And all I hear is, hey, this is the wake up. Hey, get away from my car. What? And I'm looking everywhere, and I see we had these older guys. The older guys, they're like returner years, and they were just He was smoking his cigarette or marijuana, whatever at the time. He's like, hey! And I'm just, because I have this shake, silly me, no awareness at all, have the thing over his car, ready to drop it in the car. So logically, honestly, yes, get the hell away from my car. What is this stupid kid doing? And this bull proceeded to, after yelling at me, run at me, full Matador style, get away from my car. And I was like, in that moment, it was probably that moment I really like woke up. I'm like, oh, this is going down. I had this milkshake. All my friends were like, run, Nathan, run. This is when that slow motion happens, when you're about to die type of thing. The adrenaline's like gonna pump in, and I'm like, oh no. They're like, run, Nathan, run. But me, for whatever instinct, I'm a warrior. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna run. I ain't going out like that. All my friends are here. Yo, it's gonna be okay. Proceeds to run up on me. I do not run, and this man woke my ass up, bro. And it's like you kind of need life to kick your ass to wake up and understand it's you, baby. It's you in this experience, and every decision will have a reaction from the universe. So this guy just starts giving it to me. All my fighting skills went out the door at that moment. I don't even think I threw a punch back. I just like, luckily, God has blessed me with immense strength and whatever. I didn't feel a thing. The adrenaline was so high at the moment. Whoever you are, dude, who kicked my ass, I know anybody in my high school remembers that moment. Everybody was around just watching. Also, to bring a cliff note into this, do not depend on your friends or anybody to save your ass in these situations too, because as stunned as I was, I'm pretty sure everybody else was also just as stunned as me. Nobody, nobody, I mean, came in to save me. There was people, everybody, and they just wanted to see me get my ass kicked, and they loved it. Thank God this guy had a friend, and it's like, yo, okay, you gave it to him. That's enough. You could have been racist. You could have not liked black people. I'm pretty sure it was just because I messed up his car. I live in a naive world still, so there could have been a bunch of factors to make him want to do that. But whatever. I got my ass kicked. His friend thankfully took him off of me. But yo, when I say I was so upset, like not one of my friends came in to help. I get it, we're all young, you're all grade 9. It also made me realize like you're, as much as you want to depend on other people, you have to be strong enough for yourself, especially if you get yourself in those situations. Try your absolute hardest not to really depend on anybody in that situation, you know? Um, you gotta be aware of the choices you're making. And it was that very moment when I just kind of woke up to life. I kind of matured in that moment. I said, okay, come on, man, step up. You can't just be goofing off, because we get kind of goofy, we get silly nilly, and when things are going really good, we take things for granted, right? Even the ability to go and have friends buy me food, and don't like just like pretend to throw it away. Like, what was I even doing? It was crazy. And I just want you to also like be kind to other people, because also he beat my ass, but it was also like that car could have been his pride and joy. It was like a Volkswagen Jetta, I believe, silver. I think it was something like that. But like that could have been his baby. Could have worked really hard for it, and this kid just, why you don't? And if you ruin the interior, that would just be a really crappy situation. So kind of, even when somebody's your enemy, try and see their mind. Even if people want to go to war and fight each other, it's still good strategy to know thy enemy and to know yourself, know what you're doing, what you're getting into. And if we have to proceed to fight, then we know what we're doing, what we're really fighting for. Stand for something. I learned that one today. um, you gotta stand for something, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. And that's not the way we gonna live life here. Nah, energy getting organized. We find our purpose. we understand who we are, and we leverage that to help others find that nucleus in themselves too. And when we all get to this God consciousness, this Christ consciousness, this level of understanding that we are in this together, we can stop being little silly kids. Because what's happening with war right now, it is a lot of little child behavior, just not being able to accept the no when somebody's standing up and fighting the bully. And bullies don't like that. So, things are changing. But as a community, if we can still understand where the love comes from, it is inside us. And if you can learn to, especially in these moments, buckle down and give grace to other people, we can learn. So, look at your life. Is there ever a moment that you woke up, you thought a specific way, you were naive to things, you were blinded? It was almost like blinded. I remember everything before that moment, just clouds, just like I was in heaven. I still think I'm like demigod. Shh, don't tell anybody. But honestly, it was like I could not be touched. And in that moment was when, like, you're the Titan. A Titan came and he's like, "Yo, who is this man? I'm coming out," and just boom, boom, boom. I'm like, "Yo, we going to fight." You have to be prepared for the fight before it comes, because there will be a time where you're gonna have to stand up and fight for something. So please be prepared for that. So your actions have consequences. Be kind to people you don't know what they're dealing with. And where do you go? Just don't understand if your friends don't really know what to do in that situation. And that's kind of all I really wanted to share with you. It's kind of one of my many stories of me waking up to just me, Nathan Edwards, as a human. My ego, I can say, but also to my thoughts in my head, because during the attack, I was just blank almost. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. And the recovery phase of that is almost like I had to be strategic with who I operated with, what I demanded from school, what I wanted to accomplish. You kind of get tactical and not go too high. Don't fly too close to that sun, Icarus. Do not get too happy. Appreciate your good times. Don't, when things are going good in your life, please don't expect worse things to happen, because you are powerful enough to really command life to give you bad things. People don't understand when you're praying to God, you say, "Oh God, please give me more patience." You know what he does? It's not what you think he's going to do. He's going to send you more tests and trials to work on your patience. It's like, "Oh, I need to get stronger." So when I'm benching things, guess what I have to do after a while? When I get used to something, I add another 45 pounds on each side. And now I got to, it's going to be a struggle, but you adapt, you get stronger. You can literally relate everything to the gym. Every time you work out something, you're training yourself to adapt and build and get stronger. So be grateful. Instead of asking for everything and say, "I want, I want, I want," say, "I'm so thankful I have this. I appreciate that I have this. I don't really want anything more, because if I want more, you're telling the world what you have is not enough and you have to do such and such to attain more stuff." So be content, train for more, because you always got to grow, man. The moment you're not growing, you kind of stagnate and stay off. Find things that will unlock your mind. That was my awake moment. It doesn't have to be yours. There's near death experiences that happen. There's moments where you truly feel like loved by somebody. There's times when you break outside of your routine, your comfort zone, and try something new. There's so many different things to kind of wake yourself up. Even the woke people, "Oh, I'm woke," or whatever, when you start researching history and understanding how things have come to be, or what did I check out today? There was a museum and they talked about a great man and his impact on a whole society, and you learn his life. You can learn through people's footsteps. The movies you choose to watch, if you do want to watch, it's important to because the main character video didn't go as hot as I thought, but you can learn from the main character and understand what happens when you make certain decisions, blah, blah, blah. I won't carry on too long, but do things that kind of wake you up. And I have a good video coming up next. Honestly, if you made it this far, homie, you're doing really good. You're doing good. Energy getting organized. It takes a lot to sit through my rambling. I understand that. We're only getting better. Um, just wanted to share with you the day I woke up, and if you ever had those moments, remember it. Don't take it for granted, because now you're on a scale other people don't really have. When you almost die and you're like, whoa, this thing is real. My life is finite. Our spirit may carry on, but this body, right here, right now, my flesh temple, it's very important I take care of it. It's very important that I don't take it for granted and be healthy. Blah, 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 blah. Love you guys. Energy getting organized. Out.